There we go. We're here.
I just learned where the volume icon is on our computer.
Ben was trying to fix it on the fly. The in-ear monitor was ripping my eardrum out.
See, I'm looking,
putting it down on the desk.
I'm looking for a knob.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a manual knob.
Just to go the perils of podcast.
It is always very loud.
Yeah, it is. So welcome back to another great episode of Lancaster Connects.
You're sure it's going to be great?
It's going to be great. It's all Jeff and Ben, so it has to be great.
And Chris.
It better be. Yeah, we'll have Chris on. Producer Chris. Lancaster gets to see Producer Chris and meet Producer Chris on this one.
He's like this mythical behind the scenes.
He's not like when you got let down in The Wizard of Oz. It's not like that. You can actually see the guy.
Well, don't you see the guy in Wizard of Oz at the end? Like,
well, but he's not like this. He's not.
Oh, right. He's not. Yes. He's just a guy.
He's just a guy. Yeah. Chris is like the guy.
Yep.
So Chris Stone from Cast Ahead. So if you're ever interested in producing a podcast or know somebody, we should definitely reach out to us or reach out to Chris. He puts his contact information in the show notes, and he is really great. So be sure to check him out if you need podcasting help. The audio ripping my eardrum off, that's not a Chris thing. That's an operator error on this side thing. So don't hold that against Chris. But this episode, we thought we would take a little different spin, give you some updates of what's going on here at the store. This one's titled From Success to Significance, because we're really working on some things here to help the Lancaster community out even more. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more as we go into the show. But I think it's time to, well, I guess we got to do the business. So why do we do the show? What's the show about?
Lancaster Connects?
Yeah.
All right. So Jeff mentioned the title of the show, Moving from Success to Significance. We talked about doing a podcast.
You're going to miss it.
I'm going to miss it.
You were just supposed to say the theme, like this is the show about small business success, the battle.
Yeah. See,
big, but since he botched it, I'm just going to take it over.
Do it.
Big versus small, David versus Goliath, right? About beating Amazon in the Amazon world. That's what Lancaster Connects is all about. Yeah, hang your head in shame, my friend.
See, you know what? I don't have the script in front of me.
Yeah, I know.
We're going
really going off. But yeah, so this is all about showcasing the best of what Lancaster has to offer, from small businesses that are doing good, giving back to the community, and then really highlighting charities. We really want to get some more charities back on. We have a couple scheduled, but please throw us the charities that you love to support. Go to lancasterconnects.com/guest. Even if you don't know a contact, give us a name of a charity that you like, and we'll say, hey, Jill or Jane or Joe told us to reach out. They sit on your board, they donate to you often. We would love to have those charities on the show, so you can make an introduction that way. Real easy. lancasterconnects.com/guest.
In fact, it's a good time to bring up, we've got a few guests lined up next week. Diane Buolo, pronunciation to be determined, but that's what we're going with. She has founded a charity in Lancaster called Swan for Life. It's a really cool music-based charity. So she's next week, the 25th, I think that next Monday at 2:00. And then
April 25th already.
And then into May, we have another charity guest a week away, Lynn Walker from A Week Away. Fantastic charity that helps provide families who are struggling they're going through some sort of struggle.
Health crisis, financial crisis, something.
And they help provide a week away, literally a vacation of some kind to get away, clear the mind, get away from all the day-to-day struggles, if you will. So I forget the exact date. She's maybe the 8th or 15th of May, but a couple of really great charity guests coming up on Lancaster Connects here.
Yeah. So this show, again, Success to Significance. So we're going to touch on that in a minute, but let's bring Chris on. We'll introduce Chris Stone from Cast Ahead to all of Lancaster. There he is. There's our friend. I see this guy like twice a week, every week.
Producer Chris. It's got a nice ring to it, guys. Thanks for having me on. This is an honor, to be alongside you guys and to meet, I guess, virtually all of your many, many millions of fans.
That's right. That's right.
I love Chris's background. I always marvel at, he's got the guitars on the wall, the records, the I don't know, like a platinum album or something over his left shoulder, the lights, the ambiance. Is that a black light, Chris, or what do you got going on there?
No, these are just lights that you use for your background. It's like little floods, little
LEDs. You can change the.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And speaking of backgrounds, someone else is.
Oh, did we get a pizza?
Someone else is building their collection out. So this is a
unboxing here on Lancaster Connect.
We don't need to.
Oh no, you don't want to.
You got it in the new 180 gram version of Toad the Wet Sprocket or something.
So this is
I honestly don't know what this is.
We have to tune the. See, we have to remember it's not just three guys on the screen here. It's all of Lancaster and our millions of viewers, as Chris said. So Ben has a problem.
I'm opening this with a pen cap.
It's a record problem, a vinyl record problem. And then the ongoing joke here is that this was all supposed to end a little while ago and that he had enough. But these records just keep showing up in the mail. And they get sent here because this way they're up here. There's always someone here we don't have to worry about.
Oh my gosh, there's like multiple boxes.
I would imagine it's a porch pirate thing, right, Ben? You don't want records
over. Yeah.
So
Primus, Sailing the Seas of Cheese.
Sailing the Seas of Cheese, a fantastic album from the mid-90s.
Yes.
Oh, there's another one.
I don't think we can show this cover. We can't show this cover.
Family show.
But the first Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we can show the cover. Yeah.
So that's the album before Rated R, right? The album rated. Okay. Got it. Okay. Yeah.
But there you go.
So the running joke is that Ben has said many times, this is, I think this is the last of the records, but then more records show up.
I don't know that I've ever said the last of them.
I know what I heard.
Sounds like an addiction to me.
You do have a memory like an elephant. Yes.
So, or I think the exact words were, I think I've got enough. It's going to be really, I'm going to be really happy for a while with what I have. Something along that line.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's say that now.
You heard it right here. Timestamp it, Chris. 2:08 on April 18th.
We all have our problems.
Yeah. We won't talk about what Jeff collects because Facebook has an issue with that. You can get your account banned for talking about certain things on Facebook. So we'll just leave it at that.
Leave it at that.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
Thank you, Mailman.
Yeah, Mailman Andrew. Producer Chris, Mailman Andrew.
I love how it's like you guys were live. It didn't matter. They knew what was important to Ben. Like he has to see the vinyl like immediately.
So Stephanie supports my habit.
Hey, listen, you're the one that made the qualification of I'm not going to do any more of this.
You're just pointing out.
I'm just trying to help you.
The inconsistency.
I'm just trying to help you get along in this. That's all. I mean, you're the one who said no more vinyl. You felt it's important to say no. I want to help.
Maybe I need a new turntable.
That's a good investment.
You have two turntables and you just need a microphone.
Oh, I see. What you did. I see what you did there. Yes. So my first question, which is very significant, is asking Ben if he knows what next Saturday is and what his plans are for next Saturday.
I've looked at the list, Chris, and yes, I do know what it is. I'm not all that interested in anything specifically that's there. There might be one or two, and I can't even remember what they are. It's Record Store Day.
Oh, I feel very lucky.
And they usually they're
my own show. Yeah, you guys just do your thing.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of exclusive, releases. There's limited numbers of the, some of them might only have 500 or 1,000 or whatnot. And there will be some that like people are going to be lined up the day before to get them. There've really only been a handful in the last handful of years that I've been interested in. Mm-hmm. But are you attending? And
I always go and support. I usually go to 2 or 3 in the kind of area. I used to be in the music business, and so I still have friends that own independent record stores, and so I like to go but I always say, hey, live every day like it's record store day, right, Ben? So go, and support those businesses, not just when it's their Christmas, which is basically what record store day is it, they get, that's just their big, it's the equivalent of Black Friday for any other retailer. And so I usually go out. So in Lancaster, who is the, or who are the independent record stores there?
Yeah. So there's some really, really fantastic ones. Lidditz Music Company is my guy, Ben, up in Lidditz. He sells musical instruments. I think that's the core of his business, but he's got a great little independent record shop.
Nice.
I get a lot of stuff from him. Yep. Record Connection is the probably most established in Lancaster County. They're in Ephrata. Andy up there is awesome. Just about anything you want, he's got it up there. There's one across the river called Tom's Music Trade. I've only been there once or twice. He's awesome in Dallastown. Like he's got a lot of great stuff. Wish he was closer, but my purchases that show up here, they are either purchased from an independent store, like on Discogs, or an individual that has it. So it's not like I'm buying it from Amazon.com or something like that. They're either
from the retailer name who we shall not speak.
Correct. Yes. I should be banned from the show.
Get off.
Yeah. And, there are some other record stores downtown in Lancaster County. I don't know them in Lancaster City. I mean, I don't know them as well, and they're little smaller shops, but Stan's Records, A Day in the Life Records. There's a couple others. But yeah, Lidditz Music Company. That's my guy.
See, Jeff, I brought it back to the show, small business, right? Maybe
I didn't derail the show. It was derailed on me.
Right. Yeah. I'm responsible for it. And look at the mess I created.
The mail ambushed me.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we sit here, we're coming up on our 11th year anniversary.
Yes.
May 19th or 11th or something like that.
Oh yeah. May 19th. That's right. Yes.
May 19th.
Very important date.
We're like 10 years and 11 months in. And I figured if we get into the topic of today about the show, I figured we just give the listeners, some
back history.
Yeah. So, you want to kick that off? Or
I'll kick it off.
I think I took the question right out of Chris's mouth. This is what we get for freeform. And Chris is like, this was supposed to be my part, Jeff.
I don't know that Chris even knows the story.
I don't. I'm very interested in the story.
Is waiting with bated breath. So Gardner's has been around since 1990. Just a brief back to the Wayback Machine, right? Established as a waterbed store by Jim Gardner, kind of across town, about a mile and a half away from here. Waterbed store, you picture the old school waterbed frames with the drawers underneath and the canopy waterbed and the mirrors, and that was a waterbed, right? Full wave mattress, heated. That's kind of the old school waterbed days. So we kind of grew out of that. We're really a bedroom store for about 21 years. I started in the business in 2000. So
that's what you told me, at least.
Yeah, right. Yeah, 3 months before I met you. No. In 2000, I started working for Jim Gardner. At that time, we were transitioning. Of course, waterbeds weren't as cool anymore. We were kind of a total bedroom store. Mattresses, really of all kinds, bedroom furniture, kids furniture, futons, bunk beds, that sort of thing. Kind of like if you needed to furnish your bedroom, whether it was a mattress or furniture, you were doing it at Gardner's. So fast forward to 2010, Steve wants to bring waterbeds back. They're still around. They're not here, but there's little pockets of the country, I think, that they're popular. But fast forward 2010, Jim Gardner, who was kind of like my mentor here at Gardner's, I was his right-hand guy. He decided to retire, and also at that same time, we needed to find a new location. Our lease was up, so he decided to make that transition to retire And at that point, he was like, well, we could either do a retirement sale or you could carry on the Gardner's legacy. So that was kind of a shock to the system at that particular time. It was
I remember.
It was a little bit overwhelming to purchase a business. I didn't have that kind of money in savings and really didn't have that as a career plan necessarily. I had done pretty well with Jim and we had some great years, and it was just kind of a little shock to the system. So fast forward to about what would it have been October or November of 2010. Jeff, I had known in the industry as a manufacturer's representative of a number of product lines that we bought, numerous mattress lines, furniture lines, futons. And obviously, Jeff had become a friend to that point, professional friend, right?
That's right.
You were with what company at that point?
So, I remember when Ben and Jim approached me about partnering in
with a Dunkin' Donuts affair.
No, it was at a trade show.
That's right. We had a follow-up meeting at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where business gets done. Dunkin' Donuts. No, wait, that's Chili's, Michael Scott. No, so I was a manufacturer's rep. I had independent contractors, so I had a number of things. My moniker at the time was the bedroom guru because everything I focused my bag of things in factories I represented on the bedroom. So mattresses, bunk beds, bed frames, accessories, 4 mattresses, pillows, sheets, you name it. That's what I did. And I had spent a number of years on that side, really since about the same time Ben started with Jim, and had grown weary of that life. I missed a lot of stuff with my first kid, Ethan, missed a lot of those firsts as I was building that career, and just decided it was time to be home more. It was kind of beginning to get that feeling. So it was that fall. High Point Market. High Point Market is where the whole furniture industry converges twice a year for their 2 times a year trade show. And Ben and Jim brought it up, and I said, that's a very interesting idea. It might be very timely. And then it was early November. We met and we developed a plan, and we came together. And for me, it was a no-brainer because I'd known Ben for 10 years, known him to be trustworthy. And I guess he knew me for the same length of time. And
I knew you from the van.
My white van.
Your white van.
Well, I'm curious to know this, Ben. So what did you see in Jeff that you were drawn to approach him from that? Because I think in a lot of cases, we've all had friends that we've thought about maybe doing business with and ended up, that's not such a great idea. And you guys were obviously had a relationship with, I don't know how good, probably not as good of friends as you are now, but what did you see in Jeff that made you want to approach him?
Yeah, well, thinking back to that time, a lot of representatives from factories were of a different age than Jeff and I. They were old school. They were, kind of stuck in their ways, doing, things the way they've done it for 20, 30 years. And Jeff, being, we're very similar ages.
You are older.
I am by what, 11 months, is that it? I just saw Jeff doing different things, like the way he interacted with his retailers, the things he tried to bring to his retailers to teach them to be better at marketing the products, and some of the sales systems he brought in. Most representatives are just like, handling some customer service and selling, trying to tell you their way of selling the product. Well, Jeff was introducing different ways to think about marketing and mattresses. And I think you were, you told me, frustrated that a lot of the things you brought to your retailers, which you had a huge network of retailers, 200 probably plus retailers over the years.
Yeah.
Most of it went over their heads or in one ear and out the other.
Yep.
And you actually invited us to, at that time, the GKIC world.
That's right.
You invited us to a meeting in Philadelphia, which was Glazer Kennedy Insider Circle, for those that don't know GKIC. But, that was a marketing world, if you will, that thought differently about how to market your business and how to, of course, be a better leader and all of that. I mean, there's all kinds of things that went into that world and that way of thinking. But you introduced us to them, and I just saw Jeff as a again a younger person that was forward thinking and really had a marketing brain that I didn't really have. I could run a store. I did everything for Jim, from, ordering the product to selling the product to, receiving it and scheduling deliveries and basically everything, except for the accounting side. But really when it came to marketing, we always kind of did the same old thing, that we've always done, some of the, newsprint and couponing publications. And, we dabbled in a little bit of everything, but I saw Jeff thinking about new ways to market the business. And again, he was encouraging his retailers to do it. And I always saw things that I thought we could do differently at Gardner's. And it just really made a ton of sense to not go about it on my own and to introduce Jeff into the mix. And it turned out to be the best decision we could have made at that point. Because, I mean, May 19th, we hit the ground running.
I think it's important because you saw the opportunity. You said, you know what, I'm not the greatest marketer, and this is somebody that you saw the talent, and you said we could take this to the next level. So, kind of circling back to when you talked about, even before you were approaching Jeff, something that I always admire about both of you guys is you have this heart for nonprofits, for charities, for small businesses. And you in independent business at that time probably didn't have a ton of extra money laying around to do whatever. But you guys have this heart to always give back. When did that really start for Gardner's? When did you actually start saying, you know what, I want to invest in this community. I want to seek out these charities, these people that are doing good work. Where did that come from? When did you guys actually start to incorporate that into your actual business?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it would have been the holiday season of 2012. Mm-hmm. And I forget the name of the charity now.
Holiday Hope.
Holiday Hope.
Yep.
Okay. That's it.
Yep.
Bunk bed one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they came to us, and I forget her name. Sherry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think she's running it anymore. I mean, again, this is the kind of charities we like to help. She was somebody that saw a need for people that couldn't put a Christmas on for their kids and families. And she just kind of, using social media, built Holiday Hope and said, hey, I want to raise money for these families that I know need these items. One of those items was a bunk bed for kids. And, these kids, they were sleeping on a mattress on the floor, I think 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then we gave them 2 bunk beds. And it was really that year, was a growth year for us. Ben and I both basically were gifted these amazing Swedish mattresses from Carpe Diem. I mean, we weren't gifted them, but we may as well have been gifted them. So here we are sleeping in, multiple thousands to tens of thousands of dollar beds.
Luxury.
Yeah. Super luxury beds. And here at Christmas time are these kids that are sleeping on the floor.
And I think they asked for beds for Christmas.
That's all they want. They just kind of wanted their own space. And so we said, you know what, we're all in. And we actually ended up raising money from, I think, 10 bunk beds in total in here.
It was.
Because we still have in our utility closet
we do
a little marker chart thing.
Yeah. Like the thermometer.
Yeah. And so that really started it. And, be prior to that, if people came and said, hey, do you have something for a raffle, or can we get a $50 donation? I mean, we said yes, but it was never anything that kind of crystallized and formalized. But that was really what started it for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that was probably the first big effort.
Yeah,
that we
and it's always coming across very, very organic. You guys are not using your efforts as a way to market what you're doing. It always just feels like, hey, we're doing this, and this case in point, what we're doing right here is a show that talks about this, that shines a light on a lot of nonprofits and charities that don't have this opportunity, quite frankly. And
Right.
You're doing that and making it a part of what you're doing. Do you feel like, you guys obviously do the whole review thing very well. You've got the books that you've put out, and it's a component of the show. And a lot of times, the feedback is related to the staff, related to how they were treated, what you guys do as a part of your business. Is there ever any feedback from how people felt related to what you guys do for the community? And they felt like, well, if we're supporting gardeners, we feel like that helps the community in any way. Do you guys hear that kind of feedback at all from any customers?
I know it's there, but really we're hearing it more as of late. But for a number of years, we just kind of did like the bunk bed thing. Well,
the Gardner's Gives Back food donation.
We've been doing that for a number of years, but we don't like you go into and this isn't knocking businesses that do this, but you go into a business and they've been sponsoring Johnny's baseball team, or the baseball team in their town or whatever for years, and the wall is littered with placards. We just feel it's important to give back to the community that supports us and to just do it. I think we're crystallizing more of that here as of late through the podcast. But again, it's the podcast leading the way to give, we can afford to build this box. Because this podcast, Chris, you're not doing this for free. You're a nice guy. And yeah, we do pay him. But
you didn't know then?
Yeah, no, he knows. He handles that part of the business. We are investing in this box for the community to stand on. And, I suppose as of late, we're being more front line with it, if that's the right phrase. But still, like, there's not even, Gardner's Mattress and More is on there, but you have to look. Like, I had to look for it. Mm-hmm. And I own the dang company. I should, but like it's Lancaster Connects, and Chris, you and I have talked privately often about the box we can give to somebody to stand on. And, that's what this is. We're investing in this with each episode. Each episode it's a $1 cost to produce, and we're happy to invite in the community to be a part of it, at no charge. And we want it to mean something. We want it to be valuable for that charity, important for that business, so they can propel their business and do more for what's important to them for our community. I really firmly believe this. So yeah, I think it's.
Yeah, don't you think like people in the community would, they generally, well, I can't speak for everyone. Generally, people want to give back. They just don't know what they should give back. And it may not be Aaron's Acres. It may be, Power Packs. It may not be Power Packs. It may be something else. And it's just about something that touches you, right? Like all of a sudden, you know what? That episode touches me because you're somehow related to that. You knew someone who, was homeless, or you have a heart for this, that, or the other. But those are the kinds of things you shine a light on just to market them, right? And in a way, I need marketing, not in the pure sort of business sense, but, make them known. And so when people are inspired to give back, they do. And, just kudos to you guys for that. And, I don't know if we want to roll into the new initiative now, because I think this really just sort of dovetails into that.
Yeah.
So I'll pop that onto the screen here. Do you guys want to get into the brand new Roundup Help Out? This is an amazing thing, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. This is, do you want to, I talk for a little bit?
Yeah, I can intro it. So, everybody's familiar with, grocery stores and CVS and places like that, where you can round up your purchase to the nearest, typically $1. If you go get cough medicine and it's $5.87, the register will automatically ask you, do you want to round it up to $6?
Where are you buying your coffee from? Richie Rich over here. No.
I think I said cough medicine.
Oh, cough medicine. I thought you said coffee. My bad. Still, that's some $5.
Right. So, you're donating your $13 up to, and almost everybody clicks yes to do that. And, across CVS, nationally, globally, whatever, 13 cents times however many millions of people, well, that adds up to a lot of money and they're making a nice donation. Well, we're taking that concept and bringing it inside these four walls with our customers. And we're encouraging them to round up their purchase, maybe a little bit more than pennies, right? So let's say, the screen there shows an example of your total purchase is $1,187. Would you consider rounding it up, that extra $13 to $1,200? Nice even number. Most people are putting it on a credit card, so that's an easy. It's 13. Yep. It's a Netflix subscription, right? That's all we're asking for. Just a little bit of roundup. We will take that money. We will total it up at the end of the month.
Yep.
And us, Jeff and I, we will match that donation up to $1,000 and donate it to a local Lancaster-based nonprofit or charitable organization. So, if we did only penny roundups here, we're not going to get all that much, like a CVS or a giant grocery store would. But, if we can get some of our customers investing and making these donations, it'll be a significant amount at the end of each month.
And listen, pulling back the curtain on it, on the psychology of all of this. If you're going to go home as someone who just spent $1,187 with us as an example, you're going to tell your friends, if they ask, well, how much did your purchase cost? You're going to say $1,200.
Right.
So
it might as well be
$1,200. And you can hopefully say, yeah, you know what? And part of that, these guys do this cool thing where a part of my purchase went to help the charities they have on their show, Lancaster Connects. I've got nothing to hide with what I just shared there, because that's exactly what's going to happen. And that's what we want to have happen. We want people to talk about this show. We want to do more good with what we're doing. Today's a twingy day for me because it's tax day. Ben and I both wrote tax checks. My wife also hit me up going out the door for 3 different car registrations because apparently we buy our cars in April. It's like, oh yeah, great day to be a producer. But, today for me is about this show today is about showing what we're doing here and about giving back. So, listen, you don't have to round up $13. If you round up 13 cents, yes, we will take it. Okay. However, as Ben said, we're not that CVS. We're not Starbucks where you've got, 17 locations in the county, compounding 13 cents of a shot. We want you, while you're in here, to join us in this box we're trying to create so others may stand on it and help each other out. And then we're going to match that up to $1,000. So if we collect $950, we're going to match $950, and now we're at $1,900 for the month.
For some of these smaller nonprofits and charitable organizations, which is who we highlight, that's a significant amount of money.
Yeah.
Like a Kisses for EB, we had them on a couple months ago. That's a significant amount of money for a small nonprofit like that. And our flyer doesn't say it there, but we can collect donations towards this effort without it even being related to a Gardner's purchase.
Yep.
Any money that we raise in this effort, we will match.
Yep.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah. And maybe you were going to ask this, but I was going to talk about how we can and will report it out. Was that what you were going to mention, or was there something else?
No, but go ahead. Yeah, this is good.
Okay. Yeah. So, we have a point of sale system. We have a SKU called Gardner's Gives Back right in our system. And that's a non-taxable SKU. So when we talk about 1187, it's really easy for our guys to bring it up and make a suggestion to round up to $1,200. Again, you as our customer may choose to give back whatever you're comfortable with, and we will welcome it. Again, we're approaching it that we are that one location, and we do want to we do want to build the box as big, as grand, as fast as possible. But, that SKU we can report on each month, and that report can spit out a spreadsheet of everybody who donated. And, we will screenshot that. Maybe do your, separate it out by first name and donation amount just to keep it private. I don't want, I don't like my name and things I donate to being put out there publicly. I do it for my own personal reasons on the personal level. But, I do want to know, I want our customers to know that there is accountability here. We're not just taking this money, and also understand when you do give us $1,200 on a credit card, we're getting hit like 2.25%. So, but you donated 13, we're going to give 13. Okay. We're not going to take fees off of it, but just understand like that is actually what's happening. But we'll be able to report out. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll do that at the beginning of each month so we'll do it early May for April and so on and so forth. And I expect it'll start slow and then kind of do the hockey stick thing, just take off. But that's how we'll keep it accountable. And then we'll write those checks out. We'll divide out to the show, people that were on the show. And where the need, and we'll direct the funds where it's needed.
That's amazing. Yeah, that last part sort of answered my question was, so customers at point of purchase and they decide to, round up, and they round up by $100. And so that's being matched. And so at the end of the month, at the point of purchase, they may not be familiar with Lancaster Connects. They may not be familiar with the charities that you're even talking about. Maybe they would like their donation to be directed. Do we want to get that granular with that? Or how is that in the decision-making process? Sounds to me like you're taking that and you're just divvying it out to those that have been on the show. How does that work?
Yeah, the idea is those that have been on the show or will be on the show. I guess selfishly, one of the nice things that could happen if somebody says, I'd like my charity to go to charity XYZ and charity XYZ hasn't been on the show yet, hopefully they can make an introduction.
Yep.
Again, because it's not, we can book shows, yes, it is nice to have a warm introduction, but I'd much rather see that the effort of what that customer gave and what we're doing compounded positively by having that charity back on the show. I mean, we do produce a nice anywhere from 45-minute to 1 hour chunk of content that can be put right on YouTube. And Chris, you're generous enough. You always offer to give the video file. So their team can take the raw video file and edit out, as I like to call the Ben and Jeff tomfoolery. We can, we can give them just the chunk of their time on the show. So their audience doesn't have to muddle through, records and jokes and things like that aren't relevant to their mission. But I mean, this is what's neat about what we're doing here. We are creating lasting value for the community, and Round Up to Help Out is about just like kind of putting some rocket fuel in it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to butcher it. I'm going to Michael Scott this proverb, but if you want to go far, if you want to go far, go alone. If you want to go fast, go together, I think is an African proverb. I might have messed that up, but the point being, let's do it together. Yep. And I'd rather go fast together, with those that come through our door and do this. So Round Up to Help Out is really an extension of what we started with Gardner's Gives Back. It's kind of neat to kind of see our graphical images. Anybody that watches this graphic design, they're probably looking like, I can immediately tell that two different people made those logos, right? Because you got two different fonts, you got some different colors. Yep. But why don't you talk about what we first did with Gardner's Gives Back?
Yeah. So, we started Gardner's Gives Back, 5, 6, 7 years ago? It's been a while.
Yeah.
And it's really a unique opportunity that we have and that we, I think, created here. We are in hundreds of customers' homes monthly. right? Thousands annually, delivering mattresses, right? So the thought was to create a perpetual food drive, if you will, encourage our customers.
You keep talking.
Yeah. Oh, I will. encourage our customers. I mean, everybody's got some pantry food items, non-perishable food items in their pantry that have probably been there for months. They may never touch. Can of beans, spaghetti sauce, soup, whatever. I think in my house, we have a corned beef hash can. Ooh. No clue where it came from. It's not going to get eaten in our house. So everybody's got pantry items like that. So the idea is to encourage our customers, hey, if you've got some food items like this, stick them in a bag, plastic bag, grocery bag, whatever. Have it ready for our delivery crew when we deliver your mattress. Our crew, when they're finished, they're wrapped up and everything is good and they're ready to go. Our delivery crew will take that bag and they will bring it back to the store. They're going to deliver the food back to Gardner's. And in fact, I think Jeff grabbed a recent donation. We will take those donations. We've got a couple of bins in the front of the store. We put all the food that we've collected for that month in the bin. And then at the end of the month, we donate to multiple food banks monthly. Typically one food bank per month, and then they alternate. So Mailman Andy back here, his wife works at one in Elizabethtown. Yep. And our sales manager, Drew, who's off today, his father helps one food pantry.
Food pantry, yep.
Who was a early Lancaster Connects guest. What's that, like episode 2 or 3?
Something like that.
Talking about all the efforts that they make there. There have been some others that we've donated to, but the idea is we are donating. There's a great picture. That's many fewer gray hairs ago. For me, not Drew's father. That's Drew's father there, accepting the donations.
That has a way of shoving foot in mouth, like just
like no other. So monthly, we're donating hundreds of pounds of food to these food banks. And of course, they're making great use of the food for those who need it. We've also donated pet items, pet food to some of the pet adoption agencies locally. Pitty's Love Pieces, somebody we've supported over the years, and a few of the other ones. But it's just a really neat opportunity, and customers love it because they don't really have to do anything. We're already in the house. All they need to do is go into the pantry, find those 5, 6, 10 items, one item, whatever it is that they haven't touched in months, non-perishable food items. Of course, we can't take bread, all the stuff that's going to go bad. But non-perishable food items, stick them in a bag. We'll come pick it up on delivery and then give it to somebody who needs it. So I don't know how many hundreds of pounds we've donated, but we're probably into the thousands.
Oh yeah.
Over the 5, 6, 7 years. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, a can of soup is like all but a pound.
Yes, so, right.
I mean, there's 6, 7 pounds right here. And this is what I get for working without a net, live, without notes. The bin would be empty because it's just coming off of a holiday weekend.
Yep.
Certainly, the food banks want to make sure their constituents, people that use their services, had enough for the holiday weekend. So, this is just small donation, but for juice, canned items. So we're going to continue to do that, and give to the community. But there's nothing that stops our customers from doing both, making a donation here at the store, and then grabbing a box of macaroni and cheese or something non-perishable.
You've served it up so that it's so easy for people to do it. And I think a lot of times we get so busy, and when you're in a store buying a mattress or you're at home getting something delivered, you're not thinking about it. And you guys are again, not just the show shining a light on things. You're saying, hey, we're doing this. And like I said, if you're someone who already is, would do that, and you've just made it so easy for someone to go, oh my gosh, let me just go and grab this stuff and give while they're here. It just is. It's so simple for you to just round up by whatever and say, yeah, I watched the show where, you were talking about power packs, or whatever. I mean, that to me is not just a great way to give back. I mean, it's good business, right? You want to serve things up to people so they just knock the ball off the tee. And I think it's just in both, the Gardner's Give Back stuff and the other, Roundup Help Out. I'll get that straight. It's right there on the screen. Duh.
Yep. You get a pass.
Yeah. I just love how you guys just didn't like mail it in. You said you're looking at every step of it to make it easy for people to do what they probably already want to do. They just don't know.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I think people genuinely will say yes when asked to help. I mean, we see that more often than not. So this is just yet another vehicle and another way that you can help out your community. And it's going to go it's going right into your community. We can give you, as you just saw from the website, we can give you pictorial evidence of that. You could probably go back on our blog. I'm positive if you go back on our blog enough pages, it's like 17, 18 pages deep. And you'll find blog posts with the little boy from Holiday Hope getting bunk beds.
Yeah.
It's, it's on there. If it's not on there, it's on our Facebook page. If you scroll back years, I mean, it's 10 years already.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, this stuff we're going to continue to do, and we're going to do it because it's right. And we may sound laid back because we don't know exact pounds per food, but that's not our thing. We're not, Power Packs, they probably know how much food they bring in because they probably buy it by the pound. I would imagine some of it, they get so many pounds of potatoes, so many pounds of green beans, right? Like we don't do it that way. We just kind of take what our customers give us. It goes in the bin and the food banks come get it. And that's that.
Yeah. We're not looking for recognition.
No.
We've done it. We're looking to make an impact for the families that need it.
Yeah. I mean,
again, that's what Lancaster Connects is and what Gardner's Gives Back is, the multiple efforts we're doing there.
Yeah. I mean, a little insight into my mind of the ways I look to work. I mean, I'm constantly looking for ways to improve our business and then consistently looking to make it happen. Right. And a lot of people interchange constancy and consistency. We constantly say yes to opportunities that come our way to help. I mean, we do it. So much so I think we just double paid a basketball sponsorship. I think I'm still figuring that one out. But, so we say yes, as best we can when we can. And I don't remember the last time we said no, but then we're consistently looking at ways to make it more impactful. And that's, really that's what Gardner Gives Back and Roundup and Help Out is all about. So Steve, thanks. We love Power Packs too. And I know you're on the board there. So thanks for giving your time to the board at Power Packs, which, really brings up the next thing as we kind of maybe look to wrap up. We're not sitting here heartless. We know sometimes funding money for people is tough. Okay. So you're coming in here and, you're getting a mattress for your kid and you want to get the best thing for your kid you can, and you've stretched that budget already. So giving money out is, you want to do it, but it might be a sore subject. You're not able to give. We get that. That's fine. We're not going to twist your arm. We're not going to have our delivery truck show up late because you didn't help out. We're going to ask our expectation from our team is we're going to ask you 100% of the time, consistency, right? But you can say no. It's okay. Nobody will judge you. Nobody will be upset. Same thing with the food. Food prices are high. Your food budget doesn't go as far. We get that. We are empathetic to that for sure. All of that said, all the more reason to do this kind of stuff right now. Because Steve Goebel, who sits on the board at Power Packs, their budget fiscal year 22 is about 25% less than it is in 21, even though they might have taken in the same dollars because their food prices are up 25%. Okay. So if they had $1 million to buy food in a year, they could buy this year $750,000. And that's a $250,000 divide. And that's why I would challenge anybody listening to this, anybody who will listen to this, if you're in a position to do what we're doing, do it. Okay. Create your own box for your customers to stand on, please. if you don't have a business and you work for somebody, but you can't donate money and you just are unable to afford to donate food, but you're sitting at home in the evenings watching TV, if you're sitting at home on the weekends and you're finding 4 hours here, 4 hours there free, reach out to Power Packs. Reach out to North Star Initiative, reach out to Pity's Love Peace, reach out to the food banks, Community Comfort, Hempfield Food Pantry. Reach out to these places and donate your time and create your own box for others to stand on that way. That's important. That's why we do what we do here. It really means something. And, I may sound gruff, I may sound abrupt right now doing it, but I'm making my appeal. All right. I don't have my Sally Struthers voice to do it, but I'm telling you, it'll feel good and it's the right thing to do for those around you. It really is. It's
passion, and Jeff.
Yeah, it's
real. These two gentlemen, if you haven't met them, the gentlemen you see on the screen are the gentlemen that are off the screen. This is what you see is what you get. They believe in this.
Yep. 100%.
Thanks,
good
Chris.
work, guys. Yeah. Good work.
Yep.
Anything else on the Gives Back mission or a Roundup help out that we need to cover? Just as a recap for those of you that have just joined, all you got to do when you're at point of purchase, you can choose to round up your purchase by $10, $25, $50, $100 or more. Gardners will match your donation up to $1,000 and then monthly be distributing that to the charities, nonprofits that have been featured on Lancaster Connects. And one more time, we want to pop this on the screen as well. Gardner's Give Back mission is in the 2 local food banks that they're working with, the Community Cupboard of Elizabethtown and Hempfield Area Food Pantry at Zion Evangelical Lutheran Church in Landisville. And they're also collecting for pets. So if this is when someone is delivering a mattress into a home, right?
Yep. We will happily collect the unused items, non-perishable food items, or I'm a new dog owner.
Oh yeah,
and I'm sure over the years future years we will buy a lot of things that
you're
may not
to learn about that.
We probably won't use for our puppy, and obviously we don't want used items. We want new items. Yeah. But there's going to be, I'm sure pet owners have plenty of things that they bought over the years that they haven't used and would like to donate. So that's what we're talking about.
You'll buy the value pack of bones that you think, oh, Maddie will love these. Oh. And there's like 28 of them in the pack. And then she sniffs the one and never touches it.
Right.
So the dog rescues will take stuff like that. They'll take the 27 that weren't sniffed on. And that's perfectly fine to do. But yeah, folks, it's important. We don't, I've said as of recent, we don't just strafe our community and take from it. We really do try to give back. We create these ways for you to help, and then we match it. It's important because I believe in Main Street and I believe in the power of what Main Street can do for its community. It's what I grew up in, and it's real important. That's why we're here.
Good stuff. Now, did you guys want to do a cocktail, or did you guys want to do Prizelator or Sleep Better, or
let's
cocktail it up.
Let's cocktail it up.
All right.
Coffee. Not cough syrup.
We got to get the booze out. We got to get the bourbon out.
We were talking to Steve about that last week, weren't we?
We do.
And shout out to Steve. Steve mentioned us on his podcast, Grandma Leadership. I saw he tagged us in, I don't know if his replay, I believe. He tagged us and said he mentioned Lancaster Connects and the two of us on his podcast last week.
So, Chris, do you have the questions?
I do. I'm ready to go. I'm in the seat here. I'm ready to do this. You know what I just thought of that I'm going to do, hopefully for next week, is, I have to get my bosses to approve it, but I feel like we need just some subtle, not distracting, maybe some lounge music kind of happening in the background during Connection Cocktail, kind of like, some easygoing jazz. Jeff's like, no, I could see the look.
There's quite, we're getting old. Like, he couldn't find the speaker button, the volume button. I can't read the comments. I'm trying to read it.
Fusion Marketing. This is Jim Fuse. He's based here in Marietta. And he says, "Hello, everyone. You are speaking my language."
Awesome, Jim. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate your support.
Jim's been known to have a cocktail or two, so apparently that's when he likes to chime in.
Nice.
And Steve says he thought about bringing whiskey. Well, it's the thought that counts, except when you're talking about whiskey. Then it doesn't count. You got to bring some whiskey.
A challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, when I, just on that note about whiskey, when I was in the Dominican with the family, it was an all-inclusive, and I was dismayed because they didn't have whiskey.
Right.
They had scotch.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, that's whiskey. I'm like, no, I don't suck on grass like the peat, right? Like, no, it's like bourbon, whiskey, rye, So anyway, no offense to scotch drinkers. I know scotch is a whole thing, just not my thing. So
it's Ron Burgundy's thing, isn't it?
It is Ron Burgundy's thing, and I like Ron Burgundy's style, just not his drink. I'm a Booker's, a Mechter's, a Maker's, Knob Creek. I had some Mormon whiskey. I called it was Utah whiskey.
Mormon.
Yeah, I called it Mormon whiskey. It was the Miller Lite whiskey. They do great mission work. They should just stick to that, not whiskey.
So, wow. All right.
Was not great, but anyhow, Connection.
Here we go. Connection cocktail. This is I'm gonna pick some. There's a number of these questions. I'm gonna pick the ones that because I'm in control here now. You guys, have you ever ridden in a buggy?
I have.
I have not, as far as I'm aware. Maybe I did when I was a child, and I expunged the memory from my brain, but I don't think I have.
Okay. Do you have no desire to ride in a buggy at this point, Ben? Is a buggy ride in your future?
It's not in my future, but I would welcome a buggy ride. I just would prefer it to be on a non-trafficked road. It just seems like a crazy experience to do it on Route 30, but it happens. So yeah, I would want it to be in a controlled environment.
Little unknown fact about Jeff: both of my grandmothers were Mennonite, hair covering and all.
Wow.
My great grandmother, who passed away she lived a long time. She passed away when I was like maybe 24, 25. She wore it all her life. Never drove. She did marry a fellow Mennonite man who was black bumper. But yeah. And that was in Canada. So really twisting your mind there. Not even Lancaster.
What does it mean, black bumper?
Oh, see, now we're pulling back the curtain that Chris isn't from around these parts.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So the Amish and Mennonite community, there's all different layers of connection to the secular world. And black bumper just means they have cars, but they're black. So black paint, black bumpers, no chrome, no alloy wheels, just more
less flashy.
So none of these lights like I have behind me underneath the car.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't have that. No.
Okay.
You'll drive past a Mennonite church in some parts of Lancaster County, and every single car in the parking lot looks like our shirts. Maybe like a deep navy, dark navy blue is like acceptable, but like it's all black tones.
That's like the Kardashian family of the Mennonite.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to ask a hard one. Here's a hard question, because it can't be easy. And now you'll see just how hard it is for your guests. What's your favorite restaurant? Mm-hmm. Favorite Lancaster restaurant?
I'll go. So I'm gonna go with the family favorite, Sukhothai. So it's a Thai restaurant in Lancaster. My wife Lindsay and I have been going to it for many years. They used to be in Mountville, like 15 years ago. We used to meet there for like lunch dates because she worked nearby. and I could get off, or actually at that time I was off on like Tuesdays and Wednesdays, in the middle of the week. So we'd meet at Sukhothai. But they have incredible Thai food. Now they're downtown in Lancaster near F&M. And my daughter requests that, like, we, whoever's birthday it is or whatever, you're, as a family, we go somewhere, and whoever's birthday it is gets to pick. She likes that. She's picked that. And the funny thing about that is, like, she's 12 now. When she was 3, she told us while we were in Sukhothai, when we were there with her young, she said, "Don't ever bring me here again." When she was 3, and now she loves it. Now she loves it. It wasn't like, we're not a fast food place, family, but it wasn't like Chick-fil-A or anything to her. It was this, I guess, evil place. But she loves Sukhothai. We all like Thai food. Even my son can eat. He likes rice, and he likes the chicken skewers that are there. So that's kind of our go-to.
Very nice.
Very cool. Jeff, what do you got?
I like John J. Jeffries, JB Dawson's, and then for the dating your wife back in the day connection, Piero's in Akron, which is no more, but Zia Maria, owned by the same gentleman in Denver. That would be our place if we want to have like schmoopy remembrances. That's where my wife and I'll go.
Excuse me.
You do see that it says restaurant singular, right, Jeff? I mean, that was...
Oh, boom. Oh, sorry, man. I'll remember that next time to pay the bill.
I want to, when I go, I want to eat at that place that has the peanut butter burger.
Oh, yeah.
I want to try that.
That was Steve.
Cafe 551.
551. Yeah.
I popped that up on the screen. I was like, wow, I'm going to eat one of those.
Yeah.
Well, we got to have you up here, man.
Definitely. Okay. We're running out of time. So I'm going to ask one last one. This should be easy. Here we go. Turkey Hill, Sheets, Rudders, or Wawa.
Yeah, knew it was going to turn.
See,
I went first last time.
So you're not going to like my answer, Chris, because I'm not going to just one. I've got a whole breakdown for all of them.
Look, I'll support you in this because I'm probably, my answer is probably going to be similar.
So if it's just In-N-Out gas, Turkey Hill, because their gas prices seem to always be better. If it's breakfast, it's Sheets. Yep. If it's a sub, it's Wawa. And if you
or a hoagie.
Yep. And then Rudders fits in for their egg rolls. Rudders egg rolls are awesome on the go.
Interesting.
I use them all, sprinkle them all in my life to fit.
Like some of our guests, I'm a bit more of a convenience. Whatever's on my route is what I will patronize. But back in the day in Millersville, there were Turkey Hills in Millersville, and like the Turkey Hill iced tea. That was like, you can't beat it. Sheets if you want the MTOs, Wawa for the hoagie. Grew up in more of a Wawa area in town, so there's always a place there for the Wawa, but a bit more of a convenience guy. So yeah, sorry, I don't have a great answer. Don't have a singular one.
No, those are all great answers. It's just all wrong. Like you got to choose one.
All right. If I had to choose one, Wawa.
Okay, there we go.
I'll go Turkey Hill because they're based in Lancaster County, but that's the only reason why.
Yeah. There we go. That was a fun cocktail. Let me know how our guests feel.
Should we fire up
a lot of pressure?
Yeah, presentate it up.
We didn't say what we're giving away, but
we'll do a gift card.
Restaurant gift card.
Hey,
is that applause?
It's applause. Over here. Steve is our winner. Awesome. Congratulations, Steve.
Well, he can pick up his gift card when he drops off the whiskey.
Right. Hey, that's a good trade.
It is not bad. Not bad.
All right. Awesome.
No pressure, Steve. No pressure.
Awesome. All right.
What's a wrap?
I think that's a wrap.
Thanks, you,
good
Chris.
one, Chris. Thanks, man.
Deal.
Yeah. Steve says deal.
It's a deal. Awesome. Chris, it's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure working with you. And seriously, folks, if you work for a business, still with a business that you can see podcasting is a great media, and it is. I mean, it's really a rising media that is doing wonders for businesses. I know that. It's not necessarily why we began it to get more business. We did it, as we said, for the intention of supporting the Lancaster Connects effort. But Chris is just a fantastic guy. I on this show with Ben, I do my own show for another endeavor on my own personally. And the guests that come through that show say Chris does a fantastic job. I say he does a fantastic job. You should definitely check him out.
Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ben. All right, guys. Great show. We'll see you next time on
Lancaster Connects. Take care.
Boom.